So, good evening, everyone. So, let's start the session. So, welcome to week 11 of the Joy of Computing Using Python Live Problem Solving session. I'm Vikas Pandey, a PhD scholar in IDRP Space Science and Technology at IIT Jodhpur. This is something about me. This is the link for joining the class and the YouTube link. Before moving further, if any one of you have any doubt, any question, you are free to ask. We can discuss that and then we can move on to the questions.
Sir, I think after this there is another live session, right, at 7 o'clock?
Yes, there are total 4 live sessions. One is on Friday and 3 are on Tuesdays.
So what is the difference between all today's live session?
The difference is the person who is taking, that's all.
Rest everything is same, right?
Like there is no format that this things has to be covered. It is up to us. Okay. So we decide what will be the content based on us. Like there is no fixed format. So there can be minor variations, which is quite obvious, and nothing else.
Okay, sir.
Anyone having question, doubt regarding anything taught in the class? Okay, so I hope there are no questions. Let's move forward. So, as always, I would like you people to unmute yourself and speak up, since the purpose of this class itself is interaction, live interactive session. Interaction from you people is expected, as well as I am not able to see the messages while the class is going on. So I prefer it that you speak up instead of writing something in the chat. Okay. So moving forward, what is the library used for browser automation? So anyone knows what is browser automation? I think you people have attended the sessions, right?
Selenium.
Selenium, good. So, so can you take some time to explain what is browser automation? Syam, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it is very correct that Selenium is the library which is used for browser automation. But what is browser automation? Were you able to understand what is browser automation?
Sir, like something which is used to open some page on the browser, which has got a different. Yes, sir.
Okay. See,
like web application.
Okay.
And
Any
also
other?
we can feed data to related to by itself it will be login and do the task and also
Yes.
close the browser.
Yes. This
Whatever
is something.
we feed the code,
Something.
it
Yes.
will perform the action on web
Yes.
apps
So
and it will.
in simple and automated task, like you are automating things, right? Just a minute. Yeah.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Automating means it works like you. Yeah. Am I connected now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. My video is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Means Selenium presentation is visible. Means question one. That's
Okay, no, that those who are on mobile, I think only presentation will be visible. Uh, yeah. So uh, something like what we do is that generally we do tasks manually, like open a browser, open some specific link, and then close it once the work is done. This is done manually. But using a Selenium library, we can automate some tasks. Like you might have seen nowadays in Android as well as this iOS, there are some automation programs, some app which can do automation. I think in Android there is something called Android One or something. I forgot the name. Okay, so in which you can put some automated task like once you say that okay Google, I am going to home, it will do these things like it will play some music, some news, everything is automated. Or if you're connected it to home, it will switch on your AC. These things are done, but that is something quite advanced. For browser, only for browser automation, we use Selenium. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, now question 2. Time will return. Time in seconds, current date and time. Time in minutes, current date, time and year. Which one is correct? Yeah, please speak. Hello. Yeah, can you try? Yeah, please say.
no, sir. I don't have.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I think it's option B.
So big. See, there is one very important, yeah, time in seconds. Latika, as I have said that I will not be able to see the messages. Yes, I was able to check the message at present, but you have to unmute and speak. You can answer directly. Okay. So time in seconds. So from which reference point? Time in seconds from the start of the day or what it will give. Do anyone have an idea? Time in seconds is the correct answer. Very good. Okay. But in which terms? Like, is it from the start of the day or what it is?
From the start of the day, I think. So,
Okay. Any other answers? Anyone else? Okay. So let me explain you. Time in seconds, it depends on the system you are on. Okay. In different systems, you will get different time in seconds. It gives the time from, generally, it gives time from 1st January 1970. Okay. Uh, time, this is the starting point of time. It is called as epoch. Okay. Time in seconds from like how much time has lapsed from 1st January 1970, like 00 to now. Let's see it in work. My system is. Yeah. Is there some network issue or what? I see that your people your voice is not coming or you are not speaking. I am not able to get actually.
Actually, sir, your voice is very good, and we are
Okay,
not speaking.
okay, fine. So let's try this. Okay, uh, to run time.time. Frankly speaking, whenever you see any keyword like this, time.time, two parts. Okay, always understand that the first part comes from the library. So that library has to be imported. Okay, so here I am doing import time, though it is not mentioned here, but without that it will not work. Time.time. Okay, so if I run this, so it will show us the number of seconds, and every time when we run it, it will be different. Okay, but one thing we have to know from here is that this will be the system time as well as system dependent. Since we are working on Google Colab, which is a Unix or Linux platform, okay, it is from 1st January 1970. Okay, mostly in most of the system, it will be starting from 1st January 1970. Okay, for different platforms, it can differ also, but in general, this is the value from which it will show. As well as whatever will run here, since this server is not in India, this server is in US, and it is generally taken as UTC 0, that is the Greenwich Meridian time. It will take that time. Okay, so there can be some difference from what time we are expecting since we are not running on our system. Once you will run on your system, it will take your system defaults. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So something like this in seconds. But this second have a reference point. Always remember it starts from epoch. And epoch is system dependent, and in general it is 1st January 1970. Okay. Okay. Now next question. Which one is the library used to get all time zones?
Option D, sir.
Option D. Okay, good. Now, uh, any other answer anyone have?
No, sir.
No. Okay, good. So PYTZ is used to get all time zones. All time zones means uh, whatever time zones we have throughout the world. Okay. So every time zone we will use in one program this one, and then we will see how it is done. Okay. I think this one I need to make it big. Output of the following code will be, the code is from date time import date time as DT. Okay. So DT means actually date time dot now. Okay. So by the name itself, it is very simple to understand. It will give the present time, the present system time. Okay. But what will be the format of it?
Option D, sir.
Option D, date and time in year, month, date, hour, minute, second, millisecond. Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Let's check whether Sam is correct or not. Okay. Again, I think it will give one day. It will be one day back of us because yeah. Okay, no, now it is correct. Yeah, 12:50. Fine. Okay. You see, it is year followed by month, date, then 12 is the time, not here, but this is the system's time. Okay, 12:50, 37 seconds, and 813,864 milliseconds. So this is the correct answer, right? Okay, yes, the date will be correct only, right? Because we are just 5.5 hours ahead, right? So if you would have done this in the morning, you will see that, in fact, now also if you check, you see that there will be something like 5.5 hours difference from this. We are here at 6:20. So it is 12:50 there. So 5.5 hours, we are 6:20. You can try to run this on your system also, and you can see that it will give your system time. Okay. Since the local will be set there, here we have not set the local. I think there is no option also. I'm not sure. Sure. Some setting is there.
Sir, option, yeah, option B is there.
Option B, I didn't get.
Yeah, this is the correct. Just I.
Okay, in your case, it is giving this format: hour first, then a date, month, and year.
Yes.
Can you share your screen? Let's check. Yeah. So here, it is still the same. First is year, month, date, like that, right? No. When it is running, I think your uh, your screen is not properly loaded, it seems. But yet I can see from a bit from there that it is year first, followed by month, date, not hour first. Okay. So the same format is being printed.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. First year, then month, then date, then hour, minute, seconds, milliseconds, like that. Okay. You can stop sharing now. Okay. So when we are writing YY, that means year, MM, dash will be there. MM is for month. MM means month in numbers. Okay. And then DD is date in numbers. Okay. Moving forward, we can use the same web drivers for different browsers. Do anyone have idea web drivers? What is it?
It will interact with the browser and by with the help of web drivers, we will perform the means actions and coding in on browsers. With the
Okay.
help of web driver, we will automate the browser.
Yeah, we can do that. But the specific purpose of web drivers is to test programs on different kind of browsers. Like you can see the same way web page does not look the same in each like in different browsers. If you open it on Google Chrome, if you open it on Windows Explorer or Edge or Firefox, there are some differences. Okay, web
Yes, sir.
drivers web drivers are generally used to check the differences. Okay, at once check how it will work on different kind of browsers. This is one of the most common uses, and there are different web drivers for different web browsers. They may be same if they have the same base codes, but there are different. So it will be false. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Clear.
Now let's come to question 6. This is something we had discussed, PYTZ library. This is for importing all the time zones, like times from all different time zones. So what will this code do? I think the code will not be visible. I'm increasing this. Yeah. So the code is this one. Yeah. Import PYTZ from date time. Import date time as DT. Very simple. Zone equals to PYTZ dot all time zones. So it is importing all time zones. Okay. And for I in range, length of zone, print dt dot now. Now is used to get the time present. PYTZ dot time zone. Zone I. So we are iterating through different time zones. So what will this give?
Sir, I think option A.
A.
Option A, sir.
Print current time and date of all time zones. So if we run this, it is going to be a very big output. Let's see. I think it is not connected yet. You see, it is quite big output. In fact, I can scroll inside also. See, starting from 00, then plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3. Like sometimes 2, 3 different countries have same time zone. So it is repeating some of them also. You see plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is repeated, plus 0 is repeated, plus 1 is repeated. So in this sequence, a lot of times are printed, all the time zones. Okay. So this is to get all time zones, like we discussed earlier, all time zones. So answer is option A. Okay. Now, what will be the output if the system date is here? We will see both the options. Okay. If the system date is 10 December 2021, that is Friday. Okay. And we are running this code from date time, import date time as DT, import parser, day equals to DT dot today. Actually, dot today, when we will do, it will take our system time. That is why I have written the code for here, where you can fix the time, fix the date. Okay. Print dot day dot weekday. So what will be the output here?
So 4, C option.
Or Okay. How? Because Friday is the fifth day of fifth day of the
Yes, and we have
week.
counting. We have started counting from 0 Monday.
Okay. Monday. Okay. Not Sunday. Generally, we say Sunday is the first day, right?
For Python, we have to do it from Monday, sir.
Yes. For Python, it starts from not from Sunday, from Monday. So Monday will be 0, Tuesday will be 2, Tuesday will be 1, Wednesday will be 2, Thursday will be 3, Friday will be 4. Okay. So if we do it for today, what will be the output? Today is Tuesday. So what will be the output?
1, sir.
1. Okay. So let's see both the cases. Okay. First, I will run with the date that was given. So I'm uncommenting this, uncommenting today. So it is giving 4. So 4 is the correct answer, right? Now let's try for today. So since it is Tuesday, it should come 1, right? It's coming 1. And if we put the date for say tomorrow, it is 2. First is year, second is month. Okay. 10, 2. So what will be the output here? It should be 2, right? And if you print this, there is a difference between these two. When we use the date time, we are just giving the date, month, and year. But when we are using dt dot today, it is having a lot more data than just date. Like let's see. Let's try to print it. In this case, you see, date is there, followed by the time. Like we saw in time. The format is very similar to that. Okay. Same format, the date, present date, year, month, date, followed by hour, minute, and second. But here the difference is this is in not this is not in case in the 12-hour clock time. This is in 24-hour clock time. And here time dot time, no, dt dot now, sorry, not time dot. Here also you see it is in 24-hour clock time. Now earlier we were running it, it was given 12 something. Okay, now it is much easier to understand that whatever be the output, it will always be in 24-hour clock time, not in 12-hour clock time. Okay. Any doubt till here?
So please explain about parser module.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I had kept it to import this date in date time format. I think that is not needed now. Yeah. That is not needed because I did it in different. That is used to convert in this convert a string into date time format. Parser have other functions also, but generally for such conversions. Yeah. So that I had that is of no use in this program. Okay, we can ignore them. Okay. Anything else? Till here?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's clear.
Okay. So, yeah, this parser will not be there. Okay. So, which statement will return the calendar for a whole year?
Option C.
In fact, the answer is already on your left, right? So, calendar dot
Yes.
PRCL, and we put the year. Okay. And if we run it, you will see nicely the
Sir,
whole yes.
sir, what does PRCL mean, sir?
I don't know exact meaning, but yes, PR I am not sure, but CAL is for calendar. I am not. I am sure, but PR I don't know. I think it is about pre-formatted or something. I'm not very sure what is the meaning of it, but this command is used for this keyword is used for the whole calendar, pre-formatted calendar. It will come like this. You see, when you run this, it comes pre-formatted. Everything like it arranged like a calendar. So I think PR is for pre-formatted.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you see, for any year,
Okay.
it can display the calendar that in a pre-formatted way. Like when if you cannot find a calendar nowadays, it is available everywhere, like in our phones and everything. But if it is not there, or you want to display the whole calendar somewhere for a specific year, you can use this. Like even if you have to display for 2025, it will display for 2025. Okay. Even if we try something like 3400, still it gives the calendar. So something any year, even I think 00 also it can give. Zero, 0 AD or 1 AD, we can try to get all. Okay, sorry, so then 4. One is not there, but 0 is there. Why? I don't know.
So, earlier you say 1970 from calendar will start.
Yeah,
So
I think that
I
is the
think
issue.
that
Yeah,
that is the issue.
let's say 1969. It should not come. No, 1969 is coming. Um, don't know why it should come. Okay, I was putting an extra 0 there. Yeah, I was putting an extra 0 at the front. It is coming like an integer. Okay, so all of them are working. Okay, so we can get for any range of years. Okay, so this is sorry. Yeah, this is to get question is calendar.prcl, and in bracket we have to put this year in integers, not in strings or anything else. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, in the lectures, they have said that you can only get it from 1970 to the present, I mean, to the present years.
Okay.
Sir, how could you able to get it for 1969, sir?
Yeah, in fact, I am getting for 1, 2, and 3 also. Okay. Like when you look into the Python versions, a lot of things have been improved. Okay, so you can see that Python 2 have had some limitations. Nowadays, a lot of things are being updated. So I think this is something that has been upgraded because many a times it happened that when we shifted to Python 3 at first, slight change was there, but yet a lot of things were different. Okay, so that might be a reason.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but frankly speaking, most of the things in programming languages and this are taken with 1970 as the starting point. Okay, because that is considered that before that there was nothing like programming or something. So we are taking that has been decided at the epoch of this Unix system when Unix was started. Okay, before that this coding programming were not very common, not very common, or you can say were not being used. Okay, in fact, not only in Python, in many other programming languages also, you will see 1970 is used as starting time. Okay, so we can get a calendar like this. And PR, I think, is pre-formatted. I will look into it, and I will put it in the description if there is something. If I can get what is the meaning of PR. I, in fact, never thought what is the
Sir,
meaning of PR. Yeah.
it can be
Yes.
PR means print. Maybe PR means print. No, sir.
Yeah. Like I'm not sure, so I cannot say anything until and unless I am sure. Right? It is something that is just a guesswork, right? So I'll find if there is some specific explanation, I will put that. Okay. Okay. So this is a very important thing. In fact, some of it we have even used. By which statement we can come out from a loop. This is something quite commonly used. Anyone having answers?
Breaks.
Break.
Break, sir.
Break. And what about catch? Have you heard this, or do you think catch can be a thing in a loop?
No, sir.
No. And continue?
Yes, I heard about continue.
Yeah.
Means
Yeah. Continue is something that is just to skip that part, move ahead. Okay. And break is to end the loop. Like continue will move forward, but still continue in the loop. Okay. And break is when it will stop the loop and move to the next code. Catch is also there in case of error handling. That is something that is done at the end of the whole coding has been done. Okay. That to avoid any kind of error. If some error occurs, still our program goes. Okay. When some of you start coding, you will see that in fact in mostly in our country we avoid like we don't go into this thing, but this is a very important part of programming or coding, you can say, that exception or error handling. Okay, have any one of you have heard this exception handling or error handling?
yes, sir. Yes, heard.
Okay, so what do you know about it?
Means any at the time of loop, if we know that this will give an error, so we can put into try and catch a block.
Yes, try and catch. Good. So have you used it in your programs or just studied and left?
Just study, not tried with.
Yeah. Uh, that is something that is very important and have a lot of application. Like when you see some big programs, or even if you see your operating system, every moment we encounter a lot of errors, a lot of problems, and if those are not handled, our system will never run. Okay, so this is a that is a very important part, but unfortunately, it is not taken care of in most of, like it is not even properly covered in a lot of programming languages. Okay. So moving forward, break is the answer, and continue is something that is also used in a loop, but continue does not stop the loop, but stop the run, like that iteration of the loop, and moves to the next iteration of the loop. Let's try an example. I have made an example like while true, a equals to input. So I am asking for an input, and I am saying if a equals to no, break. That means if I am putting no, it will stop. Else continue, keep continuing. Okay, continue means again it will ask for an input. So let's see that it is working or not. Okay, so I am putting yes. See, it again asks. Okay, again ask. Again. But when I will put no, see what happens. No, it stops. It does not ask. That loop is ended. And if I would have put something after this, it will run this. Okay. So if we put continue, it is not going down. It is running the whole loop again. Anything we put, okay, it is going on. But when I am breaking it, it stops the loop and goes to the next code. So we have to understand the difference between continue and break. These are two very important part of to stop a loop when it is going on. Continue is used when we want to stop at that point, but not end the loop. But in case of break, it is used when we stop the loop, that loop itself to stop. Okay. And in case where we are using while true kind of things, break is something that is very important. Otherwise, your program will keep on going. It will never stop. Okay. So there must be a breakpoint. Fine. So let's move on to our next question. Here in this, any doubt? These are two very important keywords. If you have doubts, you can ask. Okay. So, how to check for leap year? Remember, in one of the class we had made a program to check leap year. Okay, divide by 4 and that thing. But in the calendar library, there is something called to find leap year. We can do it much easily than creating the whole program. So, anyone, what is the answer?
Third option, sir, is leap year.
Is leap. Okay. Leap does not work. Check leap does not work. Is leap works. Okay. So here, if you put the number, and can anyone tell what will be the format of the year? Will it be? Can we put it in a string or can we put it in a
Integer format.
integer format? So what if you have to ask the year from user? Anyone, you are free to answer. What if we have to ask an input from the user, like enter the year, and we will check whether that year is leap or not. So what should we do? Let me ask someone.
There are
Yeah.
few.
Yeah.
There are
What we will do?
like there, if it is a century year, it should be divisible by 100.
No, that thing is done. That we have already done. I am asking, what if we have to ask an input from user? Like we want to create a program using this calendar.isleap. Okay. And we have known that year is to be in integer format, right? to be in integer format. Now we want to create a small program which asks for the year, okay, and then gives whether it is a leap year or not. So how can we do that?
We have to use input module of Python. From it,
Okay, input.
from that we will take an input from the user and
Okay,
in integer format.
okay, but that is the catch that input always takes in string, not in integer. How will we do that?
Before input, we have to add hint.
In good. We have to do in terms of programming language. We can say we have to do typecasting. Okay, we have to convert from one type to another. Right. Always remember this. We have discussed many times. Okay, that is why I keep on asking so that you people remember that whenever we take an input, it is always there in the format of a string. We have to typecast it according to our need. Okay, so let's first check this and then we will do that also. Okay, so I am putting 2048. It says it is true. 2022. It is not leap, right? False. Why is it printing true or false?
Because each statement means that it will give boolean value,
Yes,
means it
very
will
good. Yes, very good.
true or false.
Yes, it will always give Boolean value, true or false. Okay, that is why wherever you find is alphanumeric, is character, is num, this kind of thing, it will always give true or false as output. So if you put 23 here, false, 24 is leap year, right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Now we have to convert this into the program which asks, like we have already done this program, right? Earlier we were asking the value and then we were checking, but we were checking it using our arithmetic operations, right? Here we are not doing by arithmetic operations, we are directly using the calendar library. Okay, so that operation is being carried out in the background. In fact, you can say isLeap is a function that has been created inside the calendar library and it does the same thing like we were doing. Okay, it takes care of all possibilities. So let's ask for something here. Equals to. So we are putting int, then input. Always remember, codes run from inside to out, not from outside to in. So first the internal code, the inside code will run, then the outside will run. So first input will run, then int will run. So input will be taken and then it will be converted into integer. Okay. This is done. Now, so I am putting year here. It will ask for an year. Year. 2098 I am putting. It's not a leap year. Or we can create a program that if calendar.is leap year, then we can say print leap year, else not a leap year, right? We can do something like that. Are you getting what I am telling everyone? If anyone have doubt,
Yes, sir.
please speak. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Or we can put like this. No?
Sir, what about this check leap, sir? Does that function exist?
Which one?
Check leap.
No, it does not exist. Okay. Okay. Anyone remember how we can put the this year inside this curly brackets? I think I have discussed this in one of the classes. Swapan, were you there in that class?
Sir, what's the question? I did not get it.
Yeah. You see, I have put one set of curly brackets, and here I want to put the value of the year, whatever the person have entered. Okay. So how can I put here? One way is I can write year, comma, then in quotes is not a leap year. But what if I have to put it like this? Do you remember? What is the way?
I think how much I can remember, it will %d, that like that.
That is in C programming.
Oh God.
Okay. See,
No.
string formatting can be done using this dot format and then in bracket. But always remember, if you are using more than one variable here, you have to put them in the same sequence. Okay, here we are using only 1 year, one variable. Okay, so if I run this code, it will ask me, okay, a leap year. Okay, in case of a leap year, it is just showing a leap year. Okay, and if I put something which is not a leap year, is not a leap year, right? Clear? Any doubts still here?
Got it.
Got it?
Yes,
Remember,
sir. Actually, sir, %d
Yes.
is also used. Sapan said
Yes.
that is also used in Python.
Yeah, but that specifically have this date function, %d, %y. These things are used for date and y year. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Because here we will put in integer format, and
Yes. Yes.
%d is related to integer.
Yes. That is why I skipped that thing. Because
Okay,
that
sir.
part is specifically used for date and years, and
Yes.
in this module itself, it is used. That is very correct.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, any other questions you people have?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, from week 11, from lecture, whatever the teacher taught, the fun with calendar, a last program. I have written the code, but there is some error, but I was not able to find it.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do you have the code now? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So let me stop sharing for some time. Yes.
Okay.
You can share.
Okay. Yes. Let me- have you? It is visible, sir.
Yes, it is visible.
This program fun with calendar.
Mhm.
So actually, it will give the output in the format that date, month, and year, which I will give, and it will tell the day also. But
Okay.
so if I'll go to running,
Mm.
there is some issue which
Yeah. Yeah.
1970. Whatever. Enter a month. If I will enter any whatever 9, enter date 7, enter a valid date, it is showing.
Okay. So you where have you defined this check valid date thing?
So it validate what it's
See, it is in fact an art to find the error. Debugging itself is an art. Okay, so you must check. Yeah, go above where you are checking the validity. How you are checking the validity? I think check valid date. That is some function, right?
Sir, yes, this one.
Check valid date. Yes. If leap. So if leap. So how you are defining leap? Stop this code once. Yeah.
Yeah.
If month is less than, date is less than true, return false. Okay. Uh, scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down. Okay. Else. Okay. If it is not leap, in this case, okay, fine. So how you are defining leap here?
There is another function also.
Okay. So how
This
you
one.
are check leap here? Okay, fine. Go down a bit.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Uh,
Yeah, where you are putting enter here after you are asking for this. Yeah, scroll down, even down. Else break. Okay, why break? Okay, there here you are breaking. Month you have done. Okay, leap equals to check leap here. Fine.
yes.
Enter date. Right. So why here one? Fine. Leap. Enter day index. Okay. Enter a valid date.
Yes.
If date is and check valid date. Okay. Break. Else a valid date. Here there is a mistake, right?
Yes.
Well
It
done.
is showing date equal to int input enter the date. But what is the mistake I got?
Date, month, year, fine. And leap also here. Leap is equal to check leap. Right? Okay, true or false you are giving here. Else print
Yeah.
enter a valid date. While one date equals to input enter date. Input enter a valid month. Where are you checking? Okay. What month you entered there? Okay, 9. And month is greater than 0.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah, it should not be less than 12. No? It should be less than equal to 12. If month is less than equal to 12.
This one.
Yeah, there should be equal to also. Yeah.
But I think there will be no problem with the date.
Yeah, not a problem, but I am just saying that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Leap equals to check leap here, while one date equals to enter date. The best thing will be, Sopan, you do this in parts, small parts. Okay, that is the advantage of Colab, right? So you make the code in small parts. Check the error for those parts. Once all the parts are working, then try to merge them. I think with such a big code, some small thing is missing, and that is causing the problem. Okay.
But sir, in the big code, if I will take any part, so their definition will be in the another parts.
In Colab, that does not matter. What you can do is that first you create the function on the top, run the code, and then run in the second code, you make some part. So that first code, once you have run, that value is restored, like that value is kept. So in the next code, that will be used, not an issue. That is the advantage of using Colab Notebook. Okay.
Okay.
So you can fragment this in small parts. That variable everything remains.
Okay. If it will not be done, so I will put in the Google Classroom.
Yes, sure, you can do. Then we
please
will
take
see.
it if you would.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone Anything else?
Sir, class date means I don't did any join any class right till date. Could
Okay.
you please tell me when class will be?
These live sessions, like for my session, you can check. Let me show you. Yeah, you see, this is the link. In fact, the one you have joined, and Tuesday 6 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, and in fact, next week is the last class, right? 12th week. Or if you want to check all these videos, you can go to this channel. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this. You can go to this channel. You will find all the videos, recorded videos I upload there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable instructions.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
But thank you all. So see you all in the next class.
Thank you, sir. It's a nice journey.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.